Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting time. One kind of another fun fact about me, and I do think this can sometimes be related to people that have psychic abilities. I have lupus. Don't worry, I'm okay. But yeah, I think a lot of people who often are intuitive will have sort of autoimmune illnesses. One time my therapist was like, there's been a study that proved that when you have an autoimmune disease, it's because you had a lot of trauma growing up. I'm like, no shit, really? I would have never figured that. No, I had the most perfect childhood, you guys. But yeah, I do think sometimes they can be related. But because a lot of people don't know what lupus is, it's sometimes been a really great way to get out of stuff, when I use it as an excuse. Before the world got really weird, I used to use it all the time for certain things, like getting out of like credit card, late fees, and like sitting Shiva with my friends. I'm not Jewish, but everyone thinks I am, and I don't want to tell them, you know what I mean? Sicilians and Jews, we just like a little more cheese. That should be the Sicilian expression. But what I discovered during the pandemic, especially like the first few months during like toilet paper gate, you guys remember that? I don't know what it was like in Jersey, but it was like they were flying off the shelf in Brooklyn. I would go to my deli guy when there would be like 1 or 2 rolls left, and I was like, can you give me one of these? Because I have lupus. And he was like, oh yeah. I think he thought it was like a gastrointestinal thing, and I didn't want to tell him otherwise. And then for the last year, it's been really cool because I've used it to get some like discounts on weed, from my dealer. And it's my dad, but still, it always helps. My dad, ever since he got cancer, don't worry, he's in remission. Ever since he got cancer, it became like, basically like the weed dealer of Long Island. It's sort of like Breaking Bad, but Long Island style, I don't want to tell him he's going to go out of business soon with all these New York. He'll have to start dealing harder shit. It's okay, he's getting older. I think every now and then I'm like, I really miss cocaine, so I think it'll be okay. He was, he really liked the 70s. I'm just gonna do a couple last little gags, and then I'm going to look at a couple of your psychic questions. Not a lot, but a little bit. I'm usually much more on, don't judge me, I only have a little bit of time, but I will be using my crystals, so they'll be helping me. I get a lot of power from crystals. I'm basic, okay, don't judge me. I suggest everybody needs crystals though today. There's just so much weird shit going on, especially with this new moon. One other interesting thing, and I do think probably a lot of people who are spiritual have animals, right? How many of you guys have pets? They're just, we gotta love them, right? I have 2 cats. I also like dogs, don't judge me. I know dog people are like, I like dogs better. I like them both, okay? I've had like every animal under the sun, basically. So I have a couple of cats. They're like an older couple. They're not related, but I got them from the shelter together, And they're very quintessential, like male and female. The female will I'll kiss her forehead and she'll like lick me, lick my forehead and give, be really reciprocal and sweet. And then the male will just lie on my lap, and as I rub his belly, he'll just fart on me, Kind of like the guy that I'm dating when we have sex. I don't know why, but he says his butt gets loose and then he starts farting. I don't know, but it's apparently a thing. I won't leave you guys on that note because that would be sad, right? I don't even like fart jokes, and I tried one. I'm sorry, don't judge me. I'm too dainty to like fart jokes. I could do all the Sicilian like razor, I'll kill you, but no fart jokes. So I'll leave you with this because this is a little less shady. No, it's not actually. It's not. It's much more shady, but it's more sexual. So we all like sex. So because I'm a little shady, I had a physical recently, and my doctor's assistant Lydia called me afterwards. After a day or two, she's like, is this Jessica Rotondi? I'm like, yeah. She's like, your blood test shows that you might have a fatal disease, but we don't tell you it's on the phone. See you on Friday. I'm like, they don't tell you it's on the phone. What if I couldn't even go in on Friday, And my doctor's not much better when I go, and he's just looking at my chart the whole time. And he kind of like laughs, and he's like, oh, we think you have syphilis. It's like, but we're gonna give you a second test to make sure, but we're pretty sure you have syphilis. And the third time is really judgy. I didn't know how to feel because I've never had syphilis before. I know we're in Jersey and a couple of you guys, maybe some of you boomers have, but I never have. No judgment. you guys know I'm shady. But after thinking about it for a day or two, I kind of felt sexy. You know, like, what woman who has it together, let's pretend, is getting syphilis these days besides like a porn star? But then the second test came back negative, and I just felt like I had a really bad doctor, you know? But now that I'm in Jersey, I think I'm gonna try for chlamydia tonight, because, not that it's rampant here, I've just heard some things, but it's curable too. So I think because that was such a good ego boost for me, I think that's gonna help me if I can get it. So you can also slip into my DMs if you know anyone with chlamydia, okay, you guys? And then I'll give you a free reading and a free spank.